Food markets. Food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my darling sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Time.
I've been thinking about this, Mr. Hand. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
Good evening, cats and kittens, pups and pooches. It's Susie Q96 with Sweepin the Dirt, metal detecting Chit and Cat, and all that good stuff. I will warn you right now, this is it. No. Well, actually, Michael Jackson says this is it. This is a token. It's not silver. It's just a commemorative token from Michael Jackson's This Is It tour. And there's the reverse. I got the King of Pop, and then it's got his Michael Jackson MJ logo with angel wings on it. So it was obviously, or at least it looks like it was done after he passed. But anyway, that's something I'm going to be giving away. Hi, Booty Huntress. Welcome. All the way from the UKs. Woohoo. See who else is in here. I see my friend Linda Wallace. Haven't seen Linda for a while. Furry. Hi, Furry. Hi, Mackie. What's happening, everybody? I was going to do this wonderful thing tonight with a bunch of info on the new Simplex detectors. But I've been sick all day and I didn't get all my info gathered up. So I'm going to do that on next week's show. But we are going to talk a little bit about the new Simplex machines and why I'm doing a more in-depth look at them next week. And the main reason for that is everybody knows that comes in here pretty much knows that I am devoted to my Simplex, and I have all the coils, and I upgraded to the carbon fiber shaft and all of that good stuff. But now they have the new version of the Simplex. And one of the main reasons I want to do the in-depth look. Oh, Roman sword pommel. I got sidetracked. Oh, wow. What a day, Booty Huntress. Awesome stuff. Now, I know in a lot of time you don't get to keep everything you find. So will you be able to keep those items, or are they going to have to be turned in? Hi, Tin Man. Anyway, back to the thing with the Simplex real quick. I'm going to do the in-depth next week, but one of the reasons I want to do the comparison between the old one and the new one is because When they made the new one, they changed the frequency from 12 to 15. And that means if you've got all your money invested in coils and stuff, those coils are not going to transfer over to the new machine. So that's why I decided I want to do the comparison, because I'm in the interesting situation where my Simplex is fully dressed out. I've got all 3 coils. I've got the carbon fiber shaft. I've got the wireless headphones. I've got the whole thing. But my Simplex has a crack in the screen, so it's no longer waterproof. So now I've got the dilemma, what do I do? All my original Simplex stuff and try to get enough money to buy the new one, or do I stick with what I've got for right now? And so I'm going to have to do that study anyway for myself. So I started working on it, and I thought I would have everything ready to do tonight's show, but then my tummy started acting up and I kind of lost half a day. So we will be going into that next week, but that's why I'm going to be going into it, because I've heard people saying all kinds of things that aren't accurate, and I got a hold of all the info straight from Istanbul, Turkey. So I just have to put it all together, and unfortunately my stomach just wasn't going to let me do that today. Booty says she gets to keep those things, so that's great. That is awesome. That's a great day. And I don't know how much I would get though with my screen being cracked. The machine works fine. It's just not waterproof anymore because it has a little crack. And in the plastic, it's not actually in the mechanism, it's just a plastic piece over the screen. But they wanted so much money to fix it that I didn't, because it was going to cost me with postage and labor. And I have a screen protector on it, but the crack is about 2 inches long. And a screen protector would not be enough to make that waterproof. So anyway, when I got a hold of them, I did a video a while back about the process of if you needed to send one in for repairs, what it actually takes to do that. And it was going to cost me about $150 with the labor and the parts and the postage, and at the time that just seemed like an awful lot of money for a little crack. I did actually go to them, and since it was out of warranty, they would not do that. I mean, I even emailed the queen of the Noctas, and she just referred me back to the U.S. repair place. So I just decided at the time I wasn't going to do it. But and now I'm kind of glad I didn't, because they've come out with the new machines, and I want to investigate before I make a decision. But no, Mikey, I'm not going to be doing anything until after I move, because I would be sick if I got the new one and then on the move it got broken. So no, I'm good with it. It still works fine. It just, and I don't really go underwater anyway, but one of the pluses of it was the fact that it was waterproof. And at the time I lived down on the Florida Georgia border, where it rained every day, and I would get stuck out in the middle of these fields and be trying to protect my detector to keep it from getting soaked in our everyday rainstorms. At the time, I had a Garrett that was not waterproof, and that was one of the deciding factors on my uh, getting the Simplex. Was if it got wet, I wouldn't ruin it out there. Yeah, see, that's part of it, Booty Huntress, is the fact that it's lighter, and I'm 70 years old. So the idea of, because this machine, even though it weighs the same as my Garrett, the weight distribution is different, and this one felt lighter to me than the Garrett that I had. And so, yeah, the fact that it's lighter really appeals to me. But I would have, because I'm on a pension, I would really have to find somebody to buy my stuff for, buy the original Simplex and then get another one. Hi, MJ Squirrel. Speaking of MJ, there's our MJ of the day. I wish it was really silver, but it's not. It's just a token, but it's still kind of neat. You can't really see there. That's a little better when I hold it that way. So that's going to be a channel giveaway. So if there's anybody that likes Michael Jackson, keep your eyes open. We'll be giving that out. Yeah, I'm really excited about. Another thing I'm happy to hear is that on the new machine, you no longer have to use that software upgrade that allows you to mute the machine if you're using a Garrett Carrot pinpointer. When they changed the frequency on the new machine, that put it on the same frequency with the Carrot, so you no longer have to do that muting exercise. And I don't mind doing the muting exercise, except that I always forget to turn the machine back on when I've muted it. And so, yeah, that was one of the things she told me, was that problem is corrected. We don't really use a lot of Craigslist here anymore because, well, for one thing, I live in the mountains. I live way out in Nowhereville. The biggest town in our county only has about 6,000 people. I mean, there's just not a lot of people around here. I could maybe sell it on Facebook Marketplace. And as far as I know, there are only 4 metal detectorists in our 2-county area. I heard about another one the other day, and I from my nurse that works with a guy that detects, because we were hoping we could get enough people to start a boring club like on the detectorists. But yeah, there's a lot of good points, and on the new one, but the old one is still a good, viable detector. And yeah, over here, Craigslist has pretty much been taken over by gangsters and hookers, and yeah, it used to be a really good market, but in the US they just didn't, they don't police things well here, and it doesn't take long for any kind of site that involves sale or trade of anything to get corrupted, and Craigslist is pretty corrupted. I don't have a case for that coin. I'm going to put it in an envelope so it doesn't get scratched up until I find something better to put it in. I'm going to reach over here in my box of unprocessed finds and just grab a bag. Oh my gosh, what is this? So I can do a what the is this? But this bag is from Reddington Beach from June, and there's nothing in it because we didn't find much of anything. That was from Reddington Beach, Florida, when Dawn, the metal detective, and I took a little vacation down to Florida. These are all bags of things I haven't done the videos on yet. I am so far behind, like almost a year on some of them. Oh yeah, there's a funny one in here. Let's look at this. Ow, 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 ow. Oh God. The old lady. Yeah. Old one found me gold rings, Roman Celtic coins, Saxon cents. Still a brilliant machine. Yeah. Oh, when I first got my Simplex, I went right back to the same places that I had been with my Garrett and with my Bounty Hunter. And I was so impressed with my Simplex, and my Garrett I had only had for a couple months, and it was in like new condition because I always clean everything. I was really obsessive about cleaning it. So I'd had it about 2 weeks, and I went home one day and took the Garrett apart, put it back in its box, posted it on eBay and sold it, and used that money to pay off my Simplex. I was, it took like almost no time at all for me to realize that I preferred the Simplex. I love my Simplex, and I have found lots of cool things with it. I'm pulling some stuff out of this bag here, trying to figure out which weird thing I want to put under the scope. There's so many oddball things in this bag. A lot of junk. But there's one I'm looking for, I hope is still in here, because it took me a little bit of time to figure out what it was. And then when I did figure out what it was, we all thought it was quite interesting. So far, I'm just going to start showing y'all. There's a place that I refer to called Junk Park, and it is always just full of junk. I've never seen a place with so much trash. Somebody liked their Bud Light. And then this is really heavy, and this is one of those, what the heck is it? Or what the F is it? It's got a screw that goes through, so it looks like it was attached to something. It's really heavy. I have no idea what this is, but it's got some weight to it. Piece of fence. I probably should have my camera up here. Yeah, we're going to be redoing the whole setup here very soon. My brother bought a new computer for the channel, and I also have a tripod that a full height tripod now. So, and the one blurry camera Mark Thomas replaced for the channel a couple of months ago. And I'm going to try to get that other one. I found the video on how to fix those other cameras. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Got a little tripod here with the camera on. Oop, don't need to see any of that. Trying to get this tripod set up where I can get a better shot of these weird pieces. This appears to be part of a car, and not sure what, but this is just the kind of junk I find at Junk Park. Nails. Once in a while, something good will jump out down there, but you know, you get just a lot of junk, and that's one of the things that having that small coil, I can clip, having that small coil, I managed to find a silver Kennedy $50 in there the other day. Some more caps. This is the unsorted. This is the junk that you dig every day when you go down there. I was looking for this one specific thing that was supposed to be in this bag, but I may have taken it out. Ah, here we go. Here's my Wawa. See, it says La. You know what that really is? I do. I found out what that is, and I wish I had the whole piece. But does anybody recognize what that La is? And I did get a little tiny Brad. And there are some coins down in here. This was cool. It's like lens that goes on some kind of little light or something. I think it had like a little light in it. That was kind of a neat thing. And there's a bunch of coins down in here. And your pull tabbies and no, you're close, James. You're close. Actually, this is the tail end of an Impala, a Chevy Impala logo. That's the LA off the end of Impala. I'm a car girl, so I got that one. But yeah, that's the end of, and I actually found a picture of the whole piece, and it perfectly matches up. So yeah, that's the end of Impala. Oops, dropping things. At first I thought Chevelle, and then I realized no, that was the end right there. So then I looked it up, and it actually is from a Chevy Impala. And I found out from my friend that they used to have demolition derbies down in that park, which would explain some of the car part finds I was getting. So that is And then I have more and more of this. And just, yeah. But this is why I call it Junk Park. There is so much junk down there. And I looked that park up on early plat maps, and it has been there since at least 1909. But yeah, my la is the end of Impala. So that one, like I said, I did research on. And then I've got a bunch of dirty coins from the same dig. And I mean, when I say dirty, I mean dirty. I've never looked at them. I'm going to flip it back on the scope and see if anything in here's worth any. There we go. Dirty quarter. 1984. Ugh, these things are so crusty. These are zinc pennies that have just, they're so covered and so eaten. I see no reason not to try to clean those up. I mean, there's not one clean one in the whole bunch. I remember this day I was with my friend Fig, Mr. Anthony Newton, probably the best detectorist in our area for sure. He recently quit using his white detector and got an Equinox 800 because his white was getting a little too heavy. It was starting to put a lot of strain on his back. But yeah, I mean, look how bad these things are. They're just chewed to the point of you can't recognize them. There was a dime in there. I did get one dime, 1987. Oh, there's another dime. I guess I got two dimes that day. Ooh, a 66. That was so close. Another quarter. 95. This was interesting. Cut like a real, like you cut up a real. It's a penny cut in half. But somebody did that on purpose. That's not a lawnmower cut. It's perfectly executed. And a 68. Wonder if Doug Harding's gonna want that one. So anyway, I had gotten 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 77 and a half cents that day. None of which is really fit to spend. Oh. But, I wanted to go today. The weather was good, but this morning I had an errand to run, and then I was planning on doing my rest of my research and assembly on my simplex story. And all of a sudden I just felt absolutely horrible. I had a little attack of AFib, so I had to give up on the idea of detecting. And now we're going to get rain. Awful buffering. Oh dear. Well, I don't know if it doesn't appear to be me, so I'm guessing it's YouTube. But if it is me, we will have that cured probably sometime next week. I had to order a cable. I thought I had one in my uh, storage unit. And I went down there this morning, and when I got down there, I started having an AFib attack, and I decided I did not want to dig through all those boxes looking for that cable. And since it only costs like $6, I just went ahead and ordered one where it will be here in a couple of days, and then I can start transferring all of the goodies from the old computer to the new one. Whoops, camera just fell over. I know this is boring, and I got to get a new Calico catalog. If y'all notice, up at the top of the stream, I have pinned a link to Calico detectors, and that is my affiliate link. I have been an affiliate for a long time, but I haven't really been pushing that. However, since so many new machines have come out and everybody's buying them, if you're going to buy one and you're going to go through Calico, please go through the link on my About page, because they will give me a little bit of money, like 5% of what you spend. So they will give a little bit of money back to the channel if you make your purchase through that link. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go over there. Well, first I got to get that fixed. Ay, 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 ay. And I wanted to pull up their page. For a moment. Oh, I thought I had it pinned to the top. Maybe I didn't get it pinned. Da-dee-da-dee-da. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Right in front of my face. That's why I couldn't find it. And anyway, I ran around a little bit this morning, and I just didn't feel good, so I ended up coming home and taking a nap. So I didn't finish my story like I wanted to. Oh, why is it doing this? I hate when my machine acts up. That's what I want. There we go. We'll get that in a minute. Yeah, this computer is so old. It is so old. There we go. I love when these people get into these big arguments about what is the best metal detector. There is no best metal detector. It depends on where you're going to detect and what you're looking for. And yeah, there's the best metal detector for you. Uh, there we go. I finally got where I wanted to be. There's Doug. Mike! Hi, Mike. I was in your channel a little while ago, but I was not feeling good, so I had to go lie down. I don't know if you saw my message or not, but I was there for a couple of your giveaways, and then I wasn't feeling good when I got in there. It wasn't because of you. I just wasn't feeling good when I got home from running my errands, and I knew I had to lie down. So, oh, and I got my envelope with my my coins in it. Thank you, Mike. Mike has an awesome channel, folks. Go over and check him out. He's a pretty cool dude. We kind of like him around here. And I have pretty good luck winning things on his channel. I didn't have any luck today though. But I only stayed for a couple of go rounds, and like I said, I had to lie down. Uh, yeah, I really got to thank everybody too that has been helping me try to get my view hours up. I made my 1K, but I don't have all my view hours. And Looter 8 and Sir Benji have both been out there pushing my channel, doing some shout outs, posting links to some of my playlists so we can, yeah, this is the original Simplex over at Kellyco. I haven't found the new ones yet, but this is the older catalog, so it's not really showing in there yet. I got to get a hold of my guy over there and have him send me new stuff. Uh, what am I looking for? I had something in my head, but it went. Oh, I know what it was. I was going to go to my see how much it went up since everybody's been so kind. We had that guy that attacked me last week, and I think that backfired on him because ever since that happened, I have had an outpouring of kindness from both the coin and detecting communities that has just, I mean, it almost made me cry. It's so nice. You know, people have really said, no, that wasn't deserved. So, okay, where am I? History, download. Oh, I gotta go to the bottom. Holy. Okay, settings. I think it's under there. Account. Where is... I can never find anything in here. That's probably why I'm such a mess. Playback and performance. Where is the part about money and stuff? Goodness. History, video. Let's go back to home. Oh, well, I can't find it. I can't find where the... Cannot metal detect. They do not even bury the dead until May. I'm going to tell you a story about that, Mike. When my father passed away, he passed away in February, and he was going to be buried in Iowa. And somehow they managed to get it done. And then when my mom passed away a few years later, she also passed away in February, and she did not get buried until May. The ground was frozen solid. They tried and tried to bury my poor mother. And just a comedy of errors happened. Her clothes didn't get sent with her, and then the ground was frozen. Poor Ma. She just didn't want, I guess she just didn't want to go. Oh, is Looter 8 in here? Yeah, there's my Looter 8. I just got done saying thank you to him. I'm trying to find the dumb tab on YouTube that has the statistics, the analytics. That's what I'm looking for. Looking for the analytics. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to do this. Then I'll be able to find it, I think. I think. Okay, home shorts, history, videos, big long list of playlists, trending, shopping, news, sports, learning, podcasts. All right. I can't find. Is it under the studio? I don't know. Somebody tell me where it is, because I can't find the analytics. And I don't know why. Anyway, this is what I originally bought. No, this is close to what I originally bought. I will get that analytics numbers later. I can't seem to find it right now. But I bought, instead of this package, I bought the one with the wireless headphones, and it was like 300 and something. Had some extra things in it. And then later on the first anniversary of my channel, lovely young fellow named Muscle Shell came in. And Muscle Shell's probably one of the most generous people in the coin and detecting community. And he was going to get me a new detector, but I had already gotten a new detector. So instead, he got me all the accessories. I got a bag, and I got a carbon fiber shaft, and I got the other two coils, a couple of other odds and ends. And then he had given me some money to go down to Florida to see my brother and go detecting. But unfortunately, the C virus was in effect. So I just put that money away, and I put it away, and I just never touched it. And yeah, this is the package I got right here. And then Dawn, the metal detective, said, "Hey, I'm coming to Virginia to see my parents, and then I'm going to go to Florida. Would you like to go with me?" So it was like almost a year and a half later that, and in the interim, I had had a pulmonary embolism and all kinds of stuff, and I wasn't able to detect. And so our lovely friend Dawn and I went to Florida. She went detecting with oh, swamp rat one day, and I went and did my brother's yard. My brother had already detected it before, but uh, and then we went under my channel button to the right of manage your videos. Okay. I mean, I know where it is, but I'm just not, today I'm not focused. I had to take some medicine that kind of makes me a little bit goofier than I already am. Doesn't make me as goofy as the juice now, but it'll make me pretty goofy at times. And but anyway, I got to go down there and do all that, and I'm so glad we had. And poor Dawn, she's been sick ever since we went down there. I want everybody that is a praying person, please say some prayers for Dawn, the metal detective. She has some horrible gastrointestinal issues going on, and got a staph infection from it, had to go in the hospital, and she just has really had a hard time. She hasn't been able to detect since we went down to Florida last June. So if you could keep her in your prayers, I'd appreciate it. She's really, really been struggling, and I know she'd like to come back to Virginia and see her parents. She just can't do that right now, and so she's just been so sick, and my family loves her. So okay, I finally found the right tab. Let's see where I'm at. Well, when we started getting people to try to watch, I had 1,904 watch hours, and I now have 2,040. So I'm a little over halfway there on the watch hours. So if y'all would continue to uh, load those playlists and let them run at night, hopefully we can get me up there. We got Diggin' Dixie over. She only needed 22 watch hours. God bless her. So we knocked hers out, and now they're trying to get mine uh, up there. So because I mean, I know I'm not going to make a pile of money, and that's not, I'm not trying to make a pile of money. I'm just trying to make enough money to um, pay for things like postage and, that kind of stuff. Pick up some little items for the gift-aways, because I've about gifted away or sold most of my stuff. We have added 136.8 watch hours in the last 28 days. So we're creeping up there at a snail's pace, but we are getting more views. It says I had 622 more views than usual. So slowly but surely we're building the channel back from when I was too sick to keep it going. Excuse Excuse me. Yeah, I get GERD when I get this thing with my heart. I'm supposed to be getting an implant that will stop this. I got to go to Roanoke on the 10th. I know. Oh, I got my elbow on the keyboard. No wonder. Okay. So this is the original package that I bought here. Mine came with the headphones and all of that. And I really, really like it. But I really would like to try the new one before I buy it. And there's nowhere around here where I can. Ann! There's my Ann. She come to see me at my house. All right, Mike. Yeah, I know about that relaxing your back after you do one of those big long live streams. It's killer. Fortunately, the one thing I do have is a really good chair. Yeah. Mike is right. Muscle Shell is a class act. I was so down at the time that he came in because I was starting to get really sick and they didn't have any idea what was wrong with me. And the doctors kept saying, "Oh, you're just having an anxiety attack." No, honey, a pulmonary embolism is not an anxiety attack until after you have the embolism and you wake up in the middle of the intensive care unit to find out that your husband divorced you while you were in there. Oh my gosh. That was not a good time. Last June was bad, 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 bad. But everything is on the upswing now. As soon as I get the new computer set up, that's going to be the other thing. I have a ton of video, of detecting video from 4 states, 3 or 4 states. Let me see, I got North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, and Florida. So from 4 states, but this system is so slow that my editing software is not running properly, and I'll get a little bit done, and then I got to shut the computer down and start over. And it takes hours. So once I get my new computer set up, like I said, I had to send off for. I have the transfer software where you can plug the cable into the old computer and move everything to the new. But I can't find the cable. It's in my storage somewhere, and that's too much work. So I just ordered another cable. And in the meantime, I have cleaned up all the files that are on my old computer, making sure we don't transfer any viruses or duplicate files and all that mess. So once the cable gets here, I can copy everything over to the new machine, which means I'll be able to run duck races where the ducks don't die halfway through the race. And I'll be able to finish up all these videos. Some of them, I started doing what I call my Retro Relics series because they're old videos, but there's still some good digs in there. Some interesting things. So that's why I had those plastic bags sitting there, like the one I grabbed and went through. They're all labeled as to what video they go with, so I can do the end of stream things. Uh, so anyway, we're going to do, since we're talking about duck races, we're going to see if we can kill it up. I mean, we're not going to kill a duck. I would never kill a duck. Wouldn't don't do anything like that. But I do have a sticker pack here I want to give away. And I check it real quick. Oops. Something fell out. Okay, yeah, I need to add another sticker because I got some stickers came. No, I already put one in from Team Black Diamond. They sent me some stickers in a sticker swap. So anyway, we're gonna give away a sticker pack, and oh yeah, we're gonna have another contest. I'm not quite ready to open the guesses on it yet. But remember a while back when I had all those pennies in the bucket, and we had to guess how many pennies we thought were in there? Well, and Archaeology Mikey won that. Well, we're going to do another one of those. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to have the pennies, but then there's going to be some nickels thrown in the mix. So you'll have to guess the total. Oh, and we're going to give away a $2 bill with that. You'll be guessing the total amount of change in the container. Bait the hook. Hi. Welcome. So anyway, this would when I get that ready, I'll do a video and we'll start doing the guesses on that and run it until the end of the month and see if we can give something away. I saw something today I want to get to give away on the channel. It won't set me back too much. So, and I thought it would be a good goody. So anyway, let me show you what we're going to do on the giveaway. And we're going to have a duck race. We haven't duck raced for a while, and I hope the ducks will race without throwing a conniption fit. Okay, get off of there. All right. Anyway, I knocked the other camera over. So what do we have here? We have a Swamp Rat Nation wooden nickel. Swampy lives down in my former hometown, the Orlando area. He's hitting all the parks I wanted to hit when I was down there. And then I got this funky $50. I forgot who gave me this. I think I got it from Rick G, maybe. You can't really see, but somebody painted red squirrely cues on it. So it's just if you collect ugly halves. And then we have a $2 bill, 1976 series. 388-79013. And then in the stickers, we have Team Black Diamond. We have Liz, the Diggin' Canuck. Got M.A. Lyman. Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk. M.A. Lyman. We've got a Clark's Cove detecting you lose it, we find it card. Metal detecting with Randy, who is out of Michigan. We have a Snakeskins wire sleeve sticker. We have a Park Rat Pat metal detecting sticker. We have one of the only 10 of my stickers that came in the large size. So we're going to give that away in a ducky race. Oops. I thought there was another one in here, but I guess not. I thought there was a Dawn Metal Detective sticker in there. If I can find one of hers, I will add that to the bag. I thought there was one in there, but I don't see one. So let's see if I can cue the ducks. And the Nightbot. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. When I get the other computer set up, I will have enough Go to run OBS instead of StreamYard, which is some games and stuff into the stream and set up more cameras and all that stuff until to Michigan. But it will be available. I'll have enough to run that. All right, anybody that wants to get in the duck race needs to post something in the stream. And I'm going to put that token back up. We're going to give that away later in the month. This is not silver. It is not a coin. It's just a commemorative from Michael Jackson's This Is It. But it's pretty cool. And I'll be offering that up. You can see it's so shiny that my finger is actually reflecting in it. I got to find something better to put this in. But we'll be giving that away. Yeah, I used to go on Diggins' channel a lot, but she's always on when I'm either at the doctor or asleep. I try to get over there, but we have a timing issue. Part of my problem living where I do is when I go to the special doctors, I am in a medical transport that takes 2 to 3 hours each way to get me to the doctors because we have no specialists out here in Nowhereville. And there's no Wi-Fi or anything in these vehicles, so I can't even watch while I'm in transport. We are out in the mountains and there's just, there's no signal. So I miss so many people's stuff. And I know a lot of them think I'm just not supporting them, and that's not true. I try very hard, but it's just difficult out here. Anne will tell you she was right up the road from me, and we were having a hard time communicating one day. The internet is just really bad. So I know there's more than 2 people in here. And that's how many it is showing me right now have posted in. It says there's 7, but only 2 are showing up. So I'm going to give y'all just a second. I'm going to turn the fan on and y'all get your ducks in a row. Post something in the stream. And we'll give away a $2 bill, a $50, some stickers. Let's see what else I got over here in the. Oh yes, that's much more better. Whee. Oh, and everybody that got things in last week's auction, I did get started on getting those packaged up. I'm hoping those will be going out of here tomorrow. When my aide is here, she can run them down to the post office for me, and we can start getting all those goodies out. Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me read them off. If your name is not read from this list, you need to post in the stream. We've got Ann's Arts and Crafts, Archaeology Mikey, Bait the Hook, Furry Plants and Coins, Jimmy Lacari, and the Lucky James Eller. If I did not say your name, you're not in yet. And you need to be. You need to be. Yeah, Jimmy's here. It's rigged. Yeah, we hear that a lot, don't we? Another thing I'm going to pick back up on probably next week is I was doing the every week on the show spotlighting somebody from each state. And then once the states are over, we'll start on territories and other countries. But I had gotten as far as Kansas when I got sick and had to go offline for a while. So we're going to pick back up with our alphabetical tour of metal detecting around the state. I'm doing a lot better since I took that month off after my birthday. I'm still not 100%, but I mean, considering that I had influenza A, and before I even got done with that, I had the COVIDious virus, and that kicked my butt. Especially, we found out that the reason I wasn't getting better and I was getting worse was that I was allergic to the medicine they were giving me for that. So once I quit taking it, I got a lot better, a lot faster. That was bad. That's some bad stuff. Okay, it says there's 8 people in the room and only 6 are showing up for my duck race. So I'm going to give you 1 more minute and I'm going to set up the ducks. Let me get them little duckies in there. Okay, ducky race. Yeah, I apologize for not having the simplex all info, but it's not organized enough for me to do the presentation of the info, and I don't want to leave out any of the information that she gave me because a lot of it is really important. So I would rather just postpone it until next week when I can make sure that I have thing in a nice order. All right. We're going to go right on ahead here and take these 6 names there. Pikey, Do Ping, Poo, and Mon. We know how you are. All right. Let's paste everybody in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm supposed to have 7. Who's missing? Who did I miss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I've only got 6. All right, last chance for your duckers. Oh, and do not forget, folks, once a month at the end of the month, we have Term of Treasure. All right, another country heard from. Yeah, at the end of the month, we have a drawing for the Patreon patrons only. You can become a Patreon patron for as little as $2.96 a month on the poorer than dirt tier. And the thing about that drawing is it always has something silver in it. It silver in. Okay, I gotta get Terma Treasure. Terma, are you in the US or Canada? Or somewhere where I would have a hard time mailing to? Oops. I gotta finish up John Chum's package. He's in Canada and I have to do USA. USA. All right. Yeah, I got to do customs form for his. Oh, somebody else. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to send it to you. I'd like to. I'd like to be able to send them anywhere, but this is a non-monetized channel, and I don't have the money, and a lot of places won't let me send things. That's something else I'm going to work on if I can get monetized, is being able to send like an Amazon card, something that anybody can spend from where they are. If I can't send that person the actual prize, we can send Amazon cards, but I have to have money to do that. So, but that's an idea that I have, because I did give away an Uber card a while back. I had been given an Uber gift card, and we don't have Uber here. There we go. Now I got to get the second window back up with the duckies in it. There we go. Here we got everybody. No, it may be somebody. I think I know who it is. It's someone that does not participate in the channel. They just come and lurk. But I know who. There's a couple people I have that do that. So that's fine. We'll just go ahead and get lined up with this. And I forgot whose channel I was in. Did 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And I'm going to do similar, because my birthday is 3/3. So we're going to set it for that. We're going to shuffle these guys up. And 3 shuffles. And also because my cat's name is M3. So 3/3. Put the 3/3 in. All right, everybody ready? We're going for a $2 bill, a funky 50 center, and a sticker pack. So let's see what we get when we say. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Everybody's pretty even right now. Everybody's all lined up in a nice little row. Got that one red duck right there in the mid at the end there. That's furry down there, daring to be different. All those little yellow ducks. Oh, and while we're racing ducks, when they come in, I also have a jewelry business, and I got some new charms. Yesterday, I got flying pigs. You know the old line when pigs fly? Well, we got some winged pigs. We got some ducks coming and a couple of other things. I had a credit from something I returned that I just didn't like the quality of. So we'll have some new critters. Oh, some dog bone ones. And so I picked out two more necklaces, furry. Uh, I think I think you'll approve. They're two very different styles of the stuff with the sheet music. So anyway, like I said, I'm getting those packages are almost done. And yeah, mash that like button, y'all. Cue up one of my playlists tonight. Just turn the volume down and sleep. If you watch the one that has the 2019-2021, you'll get to see me go running out of a cemetery covered with fire ants. Oh, and I think there's a bee one in there too. There's one where I was going to lay out all my stuff on a bench and show what I found, and a bee started flying around me and ran me out of that park. So, yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there. You don't even, some of them, you don't even have to have sound. They're just funny. Oh, there goes James Eller. Here comes Jimmy Licari. Wonder what he's got in that pipe he's a smoking there. Bait the hook coming up behind him. Gonna check that pipe. Quackers. Oh, here comes Bait the hook. Sound like a personal problem. You got a lot of those, Mikey. Mikey's always got personal problems. Tries to blame them on everybody else, but I think anybody that doesn't like bacon has a personal problem. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, here comes everybody right at the end. Right at the end. Oh my goodness. Number 3. It was a 3-minute, 33-second race, and winner was number 3. All right, Bait the Hook, you're going to have to email me your info because otherwise I can't send you your prize. So, woohoo! Number 3 for the win. Let me find the envelope. The envelope, please. Oh, where's the pack? Envelopes. Oh, that's pens. Sorry, I'm looking for things got moved around. And now, yeah, we had an apartment inspection last month, and I was told I had to rearrange my furniture because it was obstructing the window, which it really wasn't. But anyway, stuff got moved. And so I keep reaching where my pretty pink envelopes used to be, and they're not there because I had to move it. Because my landlord's a grumpy old, well, he's not old, he's just mean. He should not be working with older people because he just doesn't understand how older people function, which is a shame. But these are senior apartments, and you really need to have somebody that understands the mind of senile old farts. Uh, so I got those in the envelope. I'm also going to start going through some of the stuff that I have found while detecting, and it's hard to say. It could be on my end. That's why we have a new computer. Uh, my brother sent me a new computer that's going to be getting set up next week. That if the problem is on my end, hopefully the new computer will cure it. Yeah, we have a standing joke about my computer killing the ducks in the duck race. It's been going on for several months now. So my brother got me a new computer, but I can't get to. I have a plastic tub in my storage that has all my extra cable wires and so forth like that in. And I put all the Christmas stuff and everything. I just chucked it in there. And I went down there today to try to get the wires, and I wasn't feeling well. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to order a new cable because I really don't want any old stuff, any wiring or anything that could fail hooked to the new one. So anyway, Amazon says that cable will be here in 2 days. So probably next week we will have twice as much power and a lot more stability. Uh, I can't move the desk by myself, and that's another issue. I have a home health aide that comes and helps me with household chores and all that kind of stuff. For those of you who don't know, I'm old. I'm 70. And uh, one of the reasons I do this, I don't know if I can find this article or not, but I'm going to try. In case some of you have not seen it before. Uh, when I first started my channel, I got interviewed for a vlog on the Calico site. Here it is. And it was because I was trying to encourage people. That was the first time I had lived in a senior place, and everybody was just sitting there waiting to die. And I'm like, people, you got to get up and move around. And so I started my channel, and right after I started it, we went into lockdown, and so I branched out and started doing the coin stuff as well. But anyway, I'm going to post a link here, and y'all can go over and see the interview that I did back in 2019, and there's a big old photo there with a photo of some of my finds for that year. Let's see if I can pull that up and you can at least see the photo. But this was kind of what my whole channel was about, getting people out and getting them up and around. That was, I think, my 2019 finds, at least some of them. So, but yeah, there's the link to the article. And then I got really sick, and I'm still trying to keep going. I'm still trying to get out there and get the exercise, even if I only detect for like 10-15 minutes and then go sit down, and then 10 or 15 minutes and go sit down. I refuse. I refuse to give up. I just refuse to give up. I have stuck at it for a while. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Cancel that. Now that's as big as I can make it, I guess. But anyway, you can go to the article and figure out what was going on. And so anyway, it was really cool. And that was how I ended up being an affiliate for Calico, which, like I said, I really haven't pushed that too much. But if you do go through the link on my About page and you buy something from there, they give me a little bit of money. So we can do that to promote the channel. I don't have a whole lot more tonight because, like I said, I wasn't too prepared. But we're slowly getting back on track. And like I said, hopefully by next week, I will have the new computer up and running, and we won't be dealing with so much lag time, and I will be able to start working on my videos again, because like I said, every time I go into my video editing, it will let me do a little bit, and then the computer just overloads. It doesn't want to deal with all those graphics, and I'll have to save it and then get completely out, reboot the system, come back in, do another segment of the video, and it's, yeah, it's rough. So hopefully we will be able to not kill any more ducks. And are you being bad, Mikey? Who's being bad in here? Somebody being bad? No. M, come here, buddy. Come in here and scratch him. Yeah, I tried to get M3 a new banana over at the Wally World today, but they didn't have them. They had a huge carrot. He's lost his carrot. I think he hit it. I got him the carrot after we found him sleeping in the detector bag with my Garrett carrot. So I got him a catnip carrot, and he plays with it sometime, but now he's got it hidden somewhere. Jimmy LaCar. Oh, ha ha, Jimmy. Dougie style. Play on doggy style. Very funny. Hardy har, 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 har. Oh, oh, I know something we can do real quick before we go, and I meant to do it. Benji's. Hi, Benji's. Uh, anyway, I meant to ask this question earlier, but we'll do it as kind of a wrap up. Those of you who have a metal detector, what detector do you have? If you don't have one, but you want one and you have one picked out in your head, what detector do you want? I'm just curious as to what different people are poking around out there in the dirt with. Yeah, Mikey's got the 600. That's a good, solid machine. Uh, People all the time ask. There's a guy I watch all the time. My regulars know I'm a diehard Robert Ferguson fan. Robert uses a 600, and people ask him all the time why he didn't get an 800. And he said, well, first of all, when I went to get my detector, they were sold out of the 800. And second, he didn't really see that he needed it because the 600 would do everything he wanted to do. And so he saw no point in spending the extra money. And he finds fabulous things with his 600. Now, if I had the money, I would probably have a 600. I have a friend that has one that I've actually been able to use it, or I would, hi seaweed, or I would possibly upgrade to a better Nocta macro unit because they are pretty good with their customer service. Anytime I send a question or anything, they're right back with me. They have sent things to give away on my channel in the past. I started out with a bounty hunter gold digger that my sister bought for 40 bucks for her husband, and he had no interest. So she gave it to me. I found my first gold with it. I still have it. That's the detector I let kids use when kids want to go out with me to detect. They can't hurt that thing, and they can find stuff with it. So, and then I have this other detector that back around 1999 to 2000, Calico used to have a house brand, a detector that was branded as a Calico detector, but really it's basically, it was called the Delta 3000, and it's basically a uh, bounty hunter or Technetics. It's like the Technetics Delta 4000, basically, which is a detector that is still in use. And my brother gave me that when he could no longer detect, and I also have the little sniper coil for it. And then I have my simplex. So I actually have 3 detectors. Let's see what else everybody else has got. Equinox, Garrett, 350. I had a Garrett 300. Shenanigans, 1000. In other words, Jimmy, you're out there with a magnet dragging it across the ground, right? Uh, uh, yeah, see, I recommend that, Sir Benji, to not spend a pile of money right out of the box, because I know a lot of people. Hey, I started out with a, an ace. Well, actually, I started out with the bounty hunter, and then I got the Garrett ace, and then I got my simplex, and it was like I stepped into a whole different world with that one. NorCal. So, yep. When I go to the junk park, I take my magnet with me sometimes, because there's some parts of that park that I want to search, but there's so much trash. I will take my magnet fishing magnet and run it across the area that I want to search down there at the junk park, and pick up a lot of stuff, nails and screws and that kind of thing, and get them out of the way before I start to detect. So there's a little hint for you if you're gonna uh, like go around a house or something where they've done some construction, and you know you're going to pick up nails and bottle caps, and just take your magnet out there and pick up the top of the ground loose junk before you start detecting it. It'll save your ears and it'll save your back, because you won't be bent down there picking up all that junk. That one bag I was showing you earlier, I'm pretty sure I had done that. And that's why there were so many bottle caps in there, because I normally would not be digging that many caps. But anyway, yeah, that's a handy tip. Is if you got a ton of trash, run your magnet over it first. Get some of it out of the way. For those that just came in, what that is sitting up there on the screen is a 2019 article for a vlog on the Kellyco detector site, where they interviewed me, and that's a bunch of my finds from 2019. Somewhere in this mess, in this stream, we posted the link, but I didn't pin it to the top. But it's kind of White's was bought out by Garrett. So I don't know if they intend on continuing the name. That happened, I think, last year. White's just couldn't make it through, because it was a family-owned business, and they could not make it through the lockdowns and stuff. I don't know that Garrett is going to do anything with the brand except repairs and parts replacement and that kind of stuff. They have not made any indicator that they plan on making any more White's detectors. I really wanted one, but my friend Tony has one, and even the lightweight ones are very heavy. My dad had one. That was how I first got started back in the late 60s. White did private branding for Sears and Radio Shack. So if you had a Sears detector or a Radio Shack detector back in the late 60s, early 70s, what you really had was a White. And they were darn good detectors. And there's a lot of people out there still using them. But yeah, Garrett bought them out. So that's where that went. I was heartbroken when I heard they were being forced to go under. So anyway, that's about it for me for tonight. You can tell I'm starting to lose my voice. Um, I will be finishing up the auction packages. Some of you are new in my channel and probably don't know or care, but I've been trying for quite a while now to get relocated to Michigan. Where I live, they do not have the health care that I need. I have some rare disorders, and University of Michigan is where I need to be. And so I've been trying to raise the money to move. And last week, I auctioned off some of my coins and some of my handcrafted jewelry. And so tomorrow I got to finish those packets up and get them sent out. And pandemic put, yeah, Sir Benji had an appliance repair place up where I used to live. And he ended up going out of business. Yeah, and the thing is, where he lives, there's hardly any open jobs. So, because it was automotive industry pulled out of there. So there should have been a bazillion people trying to get a job working, and nobody wanted to work because they could get more money staying at home collecting unemployment. And that stinks. So now Sir Benji is an eBay dealer. Uh, so, and so am I as far as that goes, but not to the scale that he is. But yeah, White's MXT, yeah, that was a good machine. My dad, I forgot what the one he had. It was branded for Sears, but it was a white, and that was my first experience with metal detecting. Was my dad traded a some outboard motor repair or a motor or something. My dad used to fix boat motors, and he traded for that metal detector, and we had it for quite a while. And then he traded it for something else that he needed. But my dad would go out in the boat. My dad magnet fished before anybody even really knew what that was. He had taken a great big magnet off a speaker and put it on a big rope because he saw this guy's motor fall off his boat out in the middle of the lake. And so my dad went back a few days later and was trying to get that guy's motor out. And my dad would pull motors and tackle boxes and knives and all kinds of things out of the lake. He pulled several boat motors out of there with that magnet. It was pretty powerful magnet. Little trolling motors and stuff. And he'd take them home, and we had the barrel in the backyard where he'd run them. After he worked on them, he could show people they worked, and he would sell motors. And he fixed washing machines and dryers sometimes too. He was pretty good at that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was the first metal detector I ever got to play with. And so he would go out in his little aluminum boat and go out in the lake and go with his magnet, and I'd stay up by the boat ramp with the metal detector, and I'd find stuff that people dropped, their keys and pocket knives and pliers and parts off of boat trailers, and all kinds of stuff. My dad found a couple of gold rings. And I had this silver necklace that I wore for years and years that I found down there. Somebody stole that, broke into my house when I lived in South Carolina, stole my jewelry and my record collection. YouTube half-ass celebrity. Yeah, I don't even claim that much, Benji. I don't even claim that much. All right. Anyway, I'm going to run because I'm about to lose my voice. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to try and finish up all those packages and get them out. And then probably Friday or Saturday, I'll be back on with the new contest. Like I said, we're going to have another one of those guess how many pennies are in the tub. But this time it's going to be a combo of pennies and nickels. So it'll be how much money is in the tub and how much of it is pennies and how much of it is nickels or other denominations. I got to figure out what I'm going to give away for that one. But I've got a bunch of coins that I got to roll up, so we will get that done so I can start rolling them. And I thank everybody. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please do. If you have not loaded up one of my playlists and let it run all night so I can get some view hours, please do. We did get 300 and something more view hours over the last few days, so somebody's doing it. Anyway, I thank everybody for being here. I have got to go take some medicine before I fall out of this chair. So I'll see y'all soonly. Thank you so much for your support. Benji, I appreciate that little shout out you did last night. And I don't know if you could ride the bus here or not. I don't think the bus comes to where I live. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I think the closest it goes is like maybe Withville or something.
Oh, honey, the buses don't go where you live, do they?
But we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure my niece has got that part under control. All right, everybody, have a great night. I appreciate every single one of your support. Bye-bye.